This is Marcel Fontaine, and I saw The Purge yesterday. It was pretty good movie. The video was pretty good. Let's see, the sound was pretty good. Otherwise, the whole basic idea of the movie is that there's this government-sanctioned event saying that one night a year, all crime is legal, and and basically it helps, like helps out with the unemployment because it's down at 1% apparently, and crime is at a all-time low. Um, Apparently, I don't really understand the whole entire concept that we have peace through violence, but it's it's a pretty good dystopian fiction film. If you like if you like like you know that type of genre of films, um, I'd say um, that me personally, I am a anarcho-capitalist and a voluntarist, where I believe in a stateless but capitalistic society, and I also believe in voluntarism, which is that all human interaction should be voluntary and and there is no force, fraud, or coercion. And um, and apparently, this is going to be like a little bit more of the philosophical ways, like the movie is and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I'd say that you should stop it like right here. If you don't want to hear the spoilers or something like that. But apparently the story goes as there's this family that basically they're getting ready for the purge. The dad is really big into like the security business, so he's he has his own security at home, his own advanced security, and he he guards it a to a heightened level where it's they're basically armed to the teeth, basically. Um, and with basically they are getting ready for the purge. Basically they locked down their whole entire house. Basically all the there's like these big giant steel doors um, that go straight down, and it's just completely armed to the teeth. They also have guns and stuff like that. Um, and basically and basically he has his own monitors to see where everyone is at his property. And with and basically there's this child. I forgot. I think his name is Charlie or something like that. I forgot the dad's name anyway. But I forgot most of the names. But there's this child. I think his name is Charlie. But there's this child. He sees like this poor guy in the whole entire mess of the purge and stuff like that, and he feels bad for him. So without his father's consent, he uh, he disarmed the house and he let the person in. And apparently there is this and then basically no one knows who he is, why he's there until his death, and basically he just um, he just enters the house for protection, and And then there's these other people, like a gang of people, trying to kill him and stuff like that because apparently he's their target and stuff like that because apparently they're basically the whole entire poor is basically left wiped out and stuff like that, and basically there's the rich that basically survive and stuff like that apparently it's Purge. And apparently the um they found they entered that person's home, and basically they had a reparation saying that you either give us the person or we're gonna kill all of you. And they were trying to find the person, but apparently they didn't found him in time. So basically, the home's defenses were just basically ripped apart, so that the steel doors were just ripped apart by like a series of pickup trucks. And they entered a home, and then basically there's these scenes where basically this family are trying to survive and try to arm themselves and try to get try to survive basically. And apparently the whole entire gang just gets wiped out by this other gang of people. But basically they thought that they were going to be helped until that, oh yeah, another spoiler, the father dies while protecting his family. Um, and apparently, and the guys trying to help them until that they actually want to kill him because they said they basically said they saw your defenses are down, so why don't we just go and just purge ourselves and just to get the violence out of our hearts. And apparently one of their gang actually gets killed, and basically the whole entire the mom of the family just gets says why can't we just have this in peace and stuff like that instead of through violence. Basically they just made it through the night they just made it through the whole entire purge with just waiting until the purge is over, and then basically they go on with their happy little lives. So, based on the synopsis and the plot line, in an anarchist part of the point of view, in a anarcho-capitalist society, oh yeah, I forgot. Before I forget, they basically all services called police, ambulance, firemen, and so like that. They're just basically temporarily suspended, and government officials are exempt from the purge. That's a surprise. Apparently, in an anarcho-capitalist society, we would still have those production services. I don't understand why they would actually suspend them. I mean, but still, cops kind of have a monopoly on the law and stuff like that. But anyway, and an anarcho-capitalist society would still have those services, but it won't be, for it won't be for government and stuff like that. So it won't really it won't really be that monopolized within the government. And apparently, And I do like the idea that that this suburban, these suburban people, try to arm themselves to the teeth for these type of events, just in case if anything happens, because those who do not want protection services and wish to protect themselves, they have the freedom to do that, and you can do it whatever means necessary, even putting surveillance monitors on your house. Um, there's also arming yourself to the teeth. Try to have about about many guns if you want or something like that. Whatever it takes to protect yourself and your family. But in an anarcho-capitalist society, it won't necessarily be a completely utopian society where there's no crime and stuff like that. There's no there's no killing and there's no stealing and stuff like that. There's obviously going to be things in that nature within every society. But based on um, based on today, um, I noticed that even the government actually does a lot more violent activity towards its own people. Like say throwing people in cages and just kidnapping them and locking them in cages because just for growing a plant, or just because they're peacefully, civilly disobeying a law, what we saw, I know that many of your liberty-minded people know about Adam Kokesh and stuff like that. And his civil disobedience and stuff like that. Yeah, we once we reach to a society where violence, um, like government violence towards its own citizens, are on an all-time high. It's just it's a really sick society. Um, so, um, and one will have to ask if the Purge is a government-sanctioned event, what anarchists would really want to participate in a government-sanctioned event? I mean, it's kind of ironic, to be honest. Yeah, I have to mention that. I mean, what 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 anarchists would want to participate in a government-sanctioned event? I mean, come on, be completely honest. I mean, yeah. Um, let's see. What else can I mention? So yeah, there would still be crime and stuff like that within our anarcho-capitalist society, but we would try to find out peaceful means instead of violent government means, because we see the world as a lot more complex than just simple stuff say oh, government should do it. Um, government is government has proved time and time again that is just very not really accountable for their own actions, not really effective um, to a peaceful free society. Um, I mean, we see government violence every day, especially with this drug war and stuff like that, where the government just comes barging into our homes, and just shooting our dogs and stuff like that, just because you have a plant, or just because you smoked a plant. I'm like, come on, you have to be reasonable. Um, and basically, let's see, what else could I say? I think that's about much I could say. Um, yeah, basically protection services will be granted through the free market, private protection firms or private security firms, or even if you want justice, there could be private arbitration firms where it's all based on consumer satisfaction rather than through the force and violence of government. So yeah, this is basically an anarchist point of view of the purge, because like a lot of people would like say like, oh my gosh, a world without a world where crime exists and it's like it's all legal, it's all done. Oh my gosh, no, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Yeah, a lot of people would probably have that type of mentality. So I just wanted to like reassure people that this is like a different like type of society that we could probably aim for, if possible. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can like, subscribe. Um, you can do like share this video if you want. Um, and hopefully that this will go around as pretty much as a pretty good interpretation of the film. I know this is pretty long, talking about like but you know what? If you want to see it in movie theaters, it's out in movie theaters right now, and it's gonna be probably out. It's gonna be probably still out. And I know that I kind of funded Hollywood and stuff like that, and I know that I should have gone to part of the day and stuff like that, just like warrant it. But yeah, I just wanted to like see it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you like, subscribe. I guess subscribe as a and until then, peace.